Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. You can see sneaky balloons right there. Our house is still decorated because it was my birthday a while ago and my husband's birthday is coming up, so I think we'll leave the decorations up until then. Would be kind of weird to take them down and then hang them back up in a couple of days, right? So there's that. I don't know why I needed to explain that. Today I have the update for my 𝓮𝓼𝓼 eyeshadows. So I've been doing 𝓮𝓼𝓼 eyeshadows with the spreadsheet that Micka with Laney made. I have her link down below, as well as the spreadsheet that she made. And I've been doing it for, I want to say, close to 3 years now with the spreadsheet. I briefly in the beginning, when I started my channel, or when I re-picked it up, I briefly did randomize every shadow that I was working on, but it didn't really work for me. So I very quickly did use the spreadsheet, and I wanted to hit pan in an eyeshadow for every prompt that was in the list. So that's 100 prompt, so 100 pans. And last month, if you haven't seen the update, we were working on the last prompt. So I had one prompt left, one shadow left, and I decided to just work on the palette that I was in, seeing if maybe I could get some more use out of that complete palette and not just that one singular shadow. And also maybe possibly hit some new pans. But that is the status of this project. So let's check out my last shadow. So the shadow comes from the Beauty Bay Bright palette, and it was the shade Shock. It was a bright pink. So I had previously used Shock 3 times. Like I said, a bright pink. I don't often wear bright pinks, but it is summertime, so I tend to go for a more colorful. I do like to do the pink, orange, yellow combo, even though my look today is very not summery, but that's beside the point. So here is what Shock is looking like right now. You can see I managed to hit a pan. It only took me 2 more uses to hit this pan, which is crazy. So 5 uses total, and this was done. It was a very powdery shadow, and I've noticed this within Beauty Bay. There's such a difference in consistency. I have shadows, matte shadows, that are very hard to hit pan in, and I have matte shadows that just fly all over whenever I dip my brush into it. And this was one of those. And the rest of the palette, well, it didn't get all that much use. This is what it looks like. I had a fair amount of pans. I hit one new pan. I don't even know if you can see that pan, but that is right here in the shade Grape Soda. There we go. A very tiny pan. And that was just because this shadow right here, Heather, this was Grape, was in my Expand Those pans. So I had to use that 5 times, and I would combine the both purples. So I did hit an extra pan. I don't think I want to continue this format because I did not touch the rest of the palette. I think I dipped into the orange and yellow and gold. This row, like not even the whole row. These 3 shadows I dipped into once, the rest untouched. So moving forward, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna try this out, is I'm gonna randomize some palettes and then randomize some shadows and just see what happens. Maybe I will change it up and randomize a palette and then pick a shadow. I'll have to figure it out as I go. So there's that. I have all of my palettes in a Tiny Decisions wheel. If I roll any ColourPop shadow besides Twilight or New Moon, I will have to randomize from my singles collection of ColourPop shadows because I deconstructed my ColourPop palettes and I didn't change that in the wheel. The palettes are still in the wheel. So if I roll any ColourPop palette, I will have to randomize for my singles collection. there's that. So let's, I want to pick or randomize 4 shadows. I was currently doing 6. I think that would be too much for randomization. So let's do 4, maybe 5, depending on what I roll, and just see how it goes. So I have all my palettes here. Let's roll. The first one is GlamLite Scooby Doo. Okay, that is already not one of my favorite palettes ever, but okay. My Zoeva singles, that's gonna be a tough one. I was blocking the ones out that I already rolled. Okay, well, it's fine. GlamLite Lord of the Rings. That is a new palette in my collection. Okay, I'm excited for that one. And then the last one is GlamLite Scooby Creeps. Okay, so a lot of GlamLite. I'm gonna grab those palettes and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have my palettes here. We have the 2 GlamLite Scooby Doo Halloween ones with 10 shadows. So I'm gonna randomize 1 through 10. So here we go. Number 9. So for this palette we're doing number 9, and then for this one we're doing number 5. So number 9 in this palette is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This very dark blue. I do have some use on this, so this could be a nice liner shade. Okay. And then number 5 out of here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is this green shimmer. That's going to be a dark one. These shimmers are all very black based, but okay, so there's that. Then my Zoeva singles, I'm going to have to count how many I have. So I have oh, those are all not eligible because they're all in pen. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that are eligible. They're in this palette. And this bottom row right here is Beauty Bay. So, what did I say? 9. And then we're gonna shake it. Number 5. So right here we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one right here. That, well, these are deep, but this isn't like the hardest one I could get out of this palette. And then the last one, my GlamLite Lord of the Rings palette. I love this so much. It's so beautiful. I haven't used it a whole lot, but we're gonna randomize a shadow. There's 20 shades in here. So 1 through 20. Let's see what we get. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so this, well, that's ironic, is one that I already used. I did a get ready with me using this complete row, and I loved it. So I'm very excited to work on that shadow. This is called the Fellowship. So I'm going to swatch my shadows out and I'll show you my color story. Okay, so here is my color story. Okay, that green one in the middle, well, it's not the middle because I have 4 shades, but you know which one I mean. That is insane. That is so pigmented, kind of intimidating. But I think I can make it work. Then, so we have the dark blue from the GlamLite Scooby one. Then this is the green from the GlamLite Scooby one. Here is that Zoeva shadow. I don't even know if you can really see that. That is a good transition shade. And then this is the one from the Lord of the Rings palette from GlamLite. I love that shadow. I think this would be a great topper for over this darker blue. But it could also really work with this transition shade and do a more kind of neutral leaning look. So yeah, there it is. Wow, I'm really really impressed by that sort of green blue. It's like a mermaid color, but it's not something that I really ever wear. So I'll be interested to see how this goes. I don't know. I don't really have high expectations, but we shall see. Who knows? Maybe I come up with the greatest looks and I will love every color. I don't know. I think that is also the beauty in, I have my fingers here. I don't have a wipe. I didn't bring it. Wow, very unprepared. So I'm sitting here with dirty fingers. What was I gonna say? I feel like the beauty of the randomization is that you will get shadows that you won't pick yourself and can discover that you do love them. But I mean, it could also go the other way around. Like, it will be shadows that I don't use because of reasons that I don't like them. But who knows what it will be for this color story. I'm excited. I'm really excited to keep this project going because I really love to do pan those eyeshadows. So I'm hoping this will be successful, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in one of my next videos. I'm gonna let my cat come inside. He's standing right here in front of this window. I was gonna say mirror. Window, and looking at me like, leave me, get me inside. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.